There we go. All right. It is 4 o'clock on the dot. Hi, Patty. Hi, Tammy. Welcome. It is 4 o'clock on the dot. I'm a little crooked, it looks like, but welcome to Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. Today, Tammy and I have decided that we're going to feature some of the fun product in a celebration. And I'm going to be using the Pick a Season, which is fun for not just Valentine's Day because of the hearts, but for St. Patrick's Day, for Easter, for summer. This is a great stamp set, and this is on page, let's see, page 9, and it's you can purchase it. You can get it for free with a $60 purchase before tax and shipping. And so it's here on page 9, and I will be also using, which is also available for free with a $60 purchase, the Bloom Impressions. Now this is on low inventory, so if you really like the paper, go ahead and I would say grab it first before you grab anything else, because I don't know if that's going to come back, or if they'll restock it if it runs out before the end of this month. And celebration goes from now until February 28th, and then all of these products go away in the sense that they're no longer available for free. I don't know what they'll do with any leftover product that they have. If there's any leftover after celebration, we'll have to wait and see if Stampin' Up! Does anything with that. So anyway, welcome, and we are going to put together a card using the Pick a Season. We're also going to be using from the online, no, actually this is in the catalog. Apologize. There's so many things that came out at the same time, I lost track. This actually, Hugs for Love and To the Point Punch were in the January to April mini catalog. I'm going to disclaimer, the To the Point Punch is actually unavailable until the middle of April, but that is a good thing, I guess, in the sense that I guess if they're bringing it back in the middle of April and our catalog ends at the end of April, then maybe there's a chance this will come back in the next catalog, or it will stay in online exclusives for an extended period of time. No promises, but that is that's a possibility. So we'll be using this today. I will give you an example of something you can use if you have something that's a retired product in place of this, just in case you want. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to be using a few things. I don't know if you guys remember, a few months back, I did this cute little card with the inside of the garden. I can't remember the name of the set, but it's retired now. But it was a window, and this was the leftover from creating that window. And we made a card that opened up. Oops. Well, I am going to be making another one of those. Let me show you what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing this Valentine's Day card, although I've decided I'm going to flip-flop these two punched pieces. I'm going to put the lots of hugs and kisses on this side, on the left side, because then it's on the card when you open it up and when you first take it out of the envelope. And this uses a new stamp, or not new, a new die set called Everyday Arches. And check this out. It's awesome. It's got arches of every size imaginable. Check out all these arches. The largest one is, let me see if I can get this one for you. I forgot to measure the largest one. The largest one is about 4 inches wide and 5 1/4 inches tall. So it's almost the size of a card base. And then you have the smallest one, which is this cute little guy here. And he is 1 inch wide and 2 1/4 inch tall. So the one I will be using today is the second from the largest. And I've already die cut all of my pieces from it, but I'll be using this arch here. to create our card. So if you really like what you see when I put my blog together tomorrow, I will have a link to all of the products that I'm using today. So let me put this back. I'm sorry, I'm sort of, I don't know. My dog is sitting right underneath my desk. And so I don't have any place to put my feet. So if it seems like I'm struggling, it's because I don't have any really place to put my feet because my little bow has decided to curl up underneath there. So let's go ahead and get started. And let me tell you all the pieces that we have that you will need to make this stamps or this card. And then I'll show you the product that we're using, and then we'll get started on this. So what you will need is to start. Oh, I forgot to show you the in bloom paper. I have that off. Oh, I have it over here covered. To begin with, you're going to need 3 of, and I used thick white cardstock, 3 of those arches out of the thick white. And then of the bloom impressions, they have all these wonderful pieces and colors. This is the back side of them. And then the front side are all these beautiful flowers here. I will be using the B side for it all. And what I was inspired by was this blue, because it reminds me of a sky. And then I loved these pink and the white flowers on these different shades of pink. So we're going to go ahead and use that. So we have 2 pieces of the blue that we're going to be on the inside of our card. And then we have the 3 pink, and what that done is that gives us the back of our card. So let's go ahead and set this off to the side. And then we also have 2 pieces. Oh, and when you, I'll have all the measurements on my blog, but I cut these out of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 pieces of cardstock. These are cut out of just 4 by 6, a simple cut in the for the designer series paper. Sort of falls in with the Love It, Chop It, you know, because we cut the 12 by 12 into 3 4 by 12 pieces, and then cut those in half so they can make out a 4 by 6 piece. And this DSP is in 4 by 6 too, and then I just die cut them out. So we'll set these off to the side. We also need run to your printer and grab a piece of copy paper, because what we need is 2 pieces that are 1 1/2 inches wide by 2 1/2 inches long, and you score it right down the middle on the 1 1/2 inch side at 3/4 of an inch. And I didn't score it really with my scoring tool, because the paper is so thin it would rip it. So I just folded it in half, and then I creased it and burnished it to make sure it had a nice sharp edge and fold to it. So we'll do that. And then I have 1 piece of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 that I'm going to use to stamp my 2 pieces that I'm going to punch out with. So we'll go ahead and get started then. Let's start with the stamped image in the middle of our card, this one here. And I will, let's leave it up here to the side. What I did first before I stamped anything is I'm actually going to use Balmy Blue and one of my large brushes, and I'm going to give the sky some color. And so we're going to apply that here, and I'm going to pull over a scratch piece of paper, so you'll notice, oh, this one's blank on one side, so let's do this. And then I'm going to just blend it off to the side and then carefully bring it on, and just add a little tint of blue, the Balmy Blue on here, so that it looks like the sky. And then we're going to highlight the sky a little bit more by sort of adding some azure afternoon after we stamp the tree and the grass line. All right, so let's go ahead and put that aside. I'm going to close my Balmy Blue, put that aside. And then we're going to go ahead and take our tree trunk, and this is it's several steps on this stamp, and Oh my goodness, where did it go? Oh my word. Ladies and gentlemen, hold everything. I cannot find my little, oh, there it is. My little hearts. So let's go ahead and put our tree together. And the colors I'm using for our tree are pecan pie, granny apple green, and real red. All right, so we're gonna go with our pecan pie first. We're gonna do our tree trunk and pecan pie. I think I need to put some more, add some more ink, re-ink it. It's starting to get a little dry. All right, and I'm gonna go close to the base as I can and in the center. And there's our tree. And then our tree, the leaves and everything like that. This is set up so this large hole here, these leaves here fit right in with our branches and the base of our tree. So we're gonna go ahead and line those up. It's not something that you can just plop on there any shape because they actually make it look like it connects. So we stamp there, or put the ink there. Let's put the ink side. And I'm going to see this, let me get take a pick tool and I'll point it out to you. If you look, this leaf right here lines up with this area of the tree trunk. And then these leaves and these leaves line up with these branches right here. So we're gonna go ahead and line those up. All right, and there is our tree. All right, you could actually move it over a little bit so that this leaf here falls right into this area, but either way it works. And now we're gonna go ahead and, oh, my doggy moved a little bit so I can put my feet down, reclaim my land, my property. All right, we're gonna use these little hearts in real red, and they fit right in, they snug right into our spaces left by the leaves, in the leaves. And so we're gonna go ahead and stamp these in. All right, and we'll keep this going. This is a fun Valentine's, very springy, especially if it's springy out, not so wintry out for those of you in the South. Although I know right now in the South, they're getting a lot of rain in the Houston area. So, all right, so there are our leaves and our flowers, and our flowers are, I want to say that's like apples, but it's not apples, it's hearts. So there's for our trees. And now what we're gonna do, we're gonna get our grass, and we're gonna use garden green to create the grass at the bottom. And this, you can just line up right along the base. And if you are a little high, no problem, you can go over it, and it just adds a little extra to it, not a big deal. You can overlap this if you want. You can go off the edge of the card if you want, not a big deal. And if you go a little high, like I did here, so you can still see some white down there, you can just come back and stamp over that. Matter of fact, it looks like I might have done that a little bit, so I'm gonna just go ahead and go around the base a little bit more. All right, so, oh, thanks, Tammy. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you think it's cute. I love this. I can't wait to I might make actually a shamrock card for my mom because she loves St. Patrick's Day and she loves the Irish. And so I'll probably make a card like that. I don't know what color I'll do the leaves though, because of course the shamrocks are green. So we'll have to figure that out. So, all right, in order to, the first time I did this when I was putting it together, this is what it looked like. And I thought, oh, this looks great. But then I attached the sky color and I went, oh, I don't know if I like the blues like that. And then I realized, oh, let's blend in some Azure Afternoon. So I'm gonna take my smaller blending brush so I have more control over where it's going on this card base. And we're gonna add a little bit of Azure Afternoon to it. Now this is a darker blue, so I wanna make sure I tap it a little bit to get some of the ink so I don't have blotches. As you can tell on this card, I didn't quite get it taken care of. And so I have some larger blotches of blue, but add a little bit here, add a little more. And it ups the blue a little bit, but I love the depth that's there from adding the balmy blue beforehand. So then it's not quite so stark. It's not Azure Afternoon against the white. So there's our Azure Afternoon blended on there. I'll put this away, move that out of the way so I don't get it on me. And now we're going to go ahead and put our sentiment, which is from the Hugs for Love. We're going to use Happy Valentine's Day, and then we're going to do lots of hugs and kisses. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to use real red for this, like we did. You can still do it in Granny Apple with the Shamrock darker one. You know what? I might even try with the Shy Shamrock and see how that looks. You're right. I could do the Granny Apple Green, or you know what might look nice is the Lemon Lime Twist with Shy Shamrock. That would probably be a fun color combination for a St. Patrick's Day card. All right. So let's go ahead and center this right here. So happy Valentine's Day. And then we're going to leave this here because what we're going to do we're going to set this aside. And we're going to do the rest of our stamping and punch out, and then we can put our inks away so I don't get my arms and hands in it. Now we're going to use this border in our Hugs for Love. I love this border. This is a fun one too, and I think I used this on my toadstool, one of my toadstool cards in a couple other colors a few weeks ago. But I love this border with all the little hearts that look like leaves, and I think that's perfect for the tree. So we're going to do that. We're going to do it in red. And before I do that, I want to make sure I stamp it the right direction. So let's open up our punch, and I'm going to go in like this. So I'm going to want to do my stamp so that the V is in this direction. All right, we'll do one stamp there. And then let's do one more over here. All right. And then we're going to stamp Hugs and Kisses in the middle of one of these. And I'm going to be putting them not vertically like this, but I'm going to put them going this way. No, I'm going to put them going this way. They're going to go vertical like this. So let's go ahead. I want to do my Hugs and Kisses right in the center of one of them. And the other one is going to be great because what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that for writing my signature. So let's go ahead. Now we've got everything stamped, put all our inks away so I don't put my hands in any of them. And let's go ahead and punch these out, and then we'll assemble our card. Let's see. And we're going to line this up. This is a fun one. Oh, what I wanted to share with you is if you are looking for something and you don't have this one, or this one doesn't come in yet and you want to use it, you want to create this card using this type of sentiment and stuff on here, what I would suggest is if you have the Heartfelt Hexagon stamp set and you have the Heartfelt Hexagon punch, you could use that because Heartfelt Hexagon punch or stamp set does have some borders that fit into the punch, and you could always use that and then put your sentiment on the inside of there. Oh, it is magic. I love it. You can create so many different things with it. So, all right, let's go ahead and we're going to, I wrote down the steps on here. I stamped punch, stamped sentiment. So let's go ahead and we're going to attach these. So let me move this paper now. And this is going to take some several steps. So if you're making this and you're following along on the video, go ahead, pause every time you need to. and back up and rewind if you need to understand what we're going to be doing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some of our Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to put it, and this is the copy paper that I folded over, and I'm going to put some on the inside of the copy paper, and then I'm going to line it up with my card like so. All right, and there we go. And we're going to do that on the second side and the other side as well. So we're going to put some Stampin' Seal here, and if you notice that it rolls up because the copy paper is much lighter. And then we're going to line this up as such, and we'll put it right on the fold there and fold it over. So now we've got our two pieces, and what this does is it acts like the hinge. All right, so now we're going to take our other two pieces of the other two white arches that we made, and we're going to attach them right on these. So we're going to put on the copy paper. So we're going to put some more Stampin' Seal there. We're going to line this up. Actually, it might be worth to do it that way. Put it on top like that, and then we fold it over. You're going to see a little bit of the hinge there. That's why we use white paper. We're going to put this on. Actually, put it. This works easier than lining it up. What you do is you take the front of the other one and you put it face down on top of the card base that we just stamp and put images on it, and then you're going to fold this over after you put some Stampin' Seal on it. You could do it either way. Some ways might be easier for some people and other ways might be easier for other people. And we're going to fold it over. So now we've got our hinges. Now we're going to cover these up. So let's go ahead and we're going to take our blue sky and we're going to cover up the white. And I'm going to use my Tombow glue for this because I need that wiggle room. So let's go ahead and just put a little bit of, it dried up a little bit. All right, let's see. Luckily I have scratch paper over here. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of my Tombow glue here, put it right on the edge. And then we're going to do this. Now I'm going to stand up and look down to make sure I can line it up, because as you can see in my original card, I didn't line it up as well with the center. So let's stand up here and line it up. All right, there we go. And we've got that one side, and we're going to do the same thing on here. We're going to put a little glue here along the edge. Put some glue. All right, I thought maybe I might be running out of glue, but it doesn't look like it. That's good. I'll get my glue stand and put it over here. All right, we'll stand up and we're going to put this on and line it up. Again, Tombow glue, the multi-purpose glue at this point is the best because it allows you a little bit of wiggle room of making sure everything's covered perfectly. Now we're going to flip this over and we're going to attach these three. Now you can attach so that it's all the same color, but I sort of wanted some contrast. So I went ahead and flipped one side over. So I did the pinks like this. So let's go ahead and attach our back side, and this covers up the hinges and makes it still look pretty. I mean, you could use plain old cardstock, but why use plain old cardstock when you can really gussy it up and pretty it up with some designer series paper or pattern paper. All right, so we got that there. I'm going to do this one here. You know what? I think I'm going to do the other side first. Something about doing both outside pieces first so that you can squeeze in the middle just in case. You can center it just in case something doesn't go right. All right, so let's see. Looking to see if I'm missing any comments, but so far nothing. It's a quiet Tuesday afternoon in the Bay Area. So hope you guys are enjoying it. We've been enjoying a lot of sunny weather. And it's been a nice break between the storms that we had last week and a storm that's coming in tomorrow. It's supposed to be pretty heavy all day Thursday. I've been hearing that we could get anywhere from 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain just in my area, at least, on Thursday alone. And that's a lot of rain. And unfortunately, I have gate duty at school on Thursday morning. So I'm hoping at least it's not too windy so I can use my umbrella. Otherwise, I'll be as wet as can be. All right, we'll center that. All right, got that, covered everything. See, the only you only see a little bit here. And you could probably, if you really didn't like that white there, you could probably take a Stampin' Right marker or a blend and go in to cover that. But I don't think you need to. I think it looks pretty. It's going to look really pretty if you stand it up as such for the card. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do this. And originally I put the sentiment this way, but then I realized when you fold it up, you can't fold it like this to go in the envelope. You have to fold it like this. So it might look better to have a sentiment that says lots of hugs and kisses on the left side. Uh-oh, your internet went out. Yeah, you know, I'm knocking on wood and thanking the good Lord that it hasn't gone out on us yet. So we're going to put this here. And I just thought of a fun embellishment that we can add to this, I bet. All right. And we're going to add this one over here. And this would be a fun little place to write a little note. And let's go ahead and make sure we have this lined up. I'll just lay a... If you don't like to eyeball it, you can use a ruler to go straight across to give you a thing. I tend to eyeball it. And it looks like it's just about there. Yep, looks good to me. And so on this one, you could actually sign your name here or write a little note or sign it down here. But either way, you lost it for about, it came back. Oh my goodness. Well, I wonder if it's moving this direction. Hopefully if it does, it moves to this direction after I'm done with my life. All right, I was thinking heart sequins would be fun, but then I started thinking, this is a garden scene, Jenny. Why not add a couple of brushed butterflies? You know what? I got these just on a whim and didn't realize how much I was going to love using them. I love using them so much because I'm finding myself doing more and more floral, thanks to my friend Patty. But let's look at these butterflies. Can you imagine how pretty these butterflies look? I'm going to just go ahead and use them because I got another whole pack that I bought. Let's do another small one over here. I just love those butterflies. Don't you? I think they add just a little extra something to it. So there is our Arch Valentine's Day card. And it closes like this. And then you open it up for a surprise with our little heart tree and our sentiment. And the floral influence, that's what you are. You are a floral influencer. And I love these pinks. This paper, like Tammy said in her video earlier, you have to go back and watch it. She did a beautiful card. And I'll show you the stamp set bundle that she used from Celebration. Beautiful card. You can't miss it. You got to go back and watch it. Some great tips. But this is a sleeper. She said this was a sleeper. And somebody else I know said, I think it was Patty, said this was a sleeper. And you know, I think they're right when they characterize that. Is you look at it in the catalog, you're going, and then when you get to it and you start using it, it's so pretty. So this is the card. I hope you enjoy it. Again, all of the measurements and specific details you need for putting this card together will be on my blog tomorrow at let's see, www.stampinwithjenn.com. Stampin's with 2 N's, Jenn's with 2 N's. And, oh, thank you, Tammy. I'm glad you think it's cute. But you can find my information there, all the information for this card here on my blog, as well as a link to Tammy's blog where she will have a video for her live that she did earlier. And let me show you the bundle she used. And oh my gosh, she did the most beautiful, beautiful card. It's so pretty. She used the heart-shaped bundle. And these are all dies. And this makes the most beautiful, intricate floral. Matter of fact, here are some samples of the floral, but she used some gorgeous, I believe it was the lavender color, some of the lavender color paper from the Blossoms paper that I used as well. She used, yes, she used the lavenders from this Bloom Impressions. So anyway, check it out. She has an amazing, and it's a very quick video, a quick 15 minutes, and it's a beautiful card that you will want to replicate as well. So thank you for joining me here on Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny. Next week, we are going to be doing all things celebration, meaning that we all have a ton of product out of this fun little catalog here. And you've only got about 2 weeks from this Friday left to order anything from Stampin' Up and collect free product from this catalog for the next let's see, today's the 11th, so I would say the next 14, 15, 16 or 17 days you've got left. So anyway, join us next week for Teach It Tuesday with Tammy and Jenny, and have a great afternoon. Stay dry if you're in the Bay Area over the next few days, and have a great week. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.